Here we go. This is exactly what I expect to happen. Ghislaine Maxwell is on trial this week. The largest sex trafficking, high profile case probably in a history. It's not televised. We don't get to see it anywhere. We're only getting snippets from media outlets. And let's be completely honest right now. The narrative here is it's all about one person. That's what it's going to come down to. This whole trial, the only thing we're going to hear about is one person, Donald Trump. I've seen two articles. It's Wednesday. The trial started like Monday afternoon. It's Wednesday. I've seen two articles. Both of them have mentioned three people. This one has mentioned mostly one person. This is NBC News. Jeffrey Epstein introduced me to Trump at 14. That's going to be the narrative. Let's put Trump in every single thing Epstein related, period. So here we go. One of the four women who say they were groomed for sex by Ghislaine Maxwell testified Wednesday that the disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein took her to meet Donald Trump when she was just 14 years old. Testifying at Maxwell's trial in New York City, the woman, who is being identified by the pseudonym Jane, said the cross-examination that she met the future president in the 1990s at Mar-a-Lago, his resort in Palm Beach. She didn't allege any improper behavior by Trump and didn't go into further detail about why she was at the resort. Isn't this interesting? I have seen no shy of three articles that say that Trump knew Epstein, but also had no illicit activity with him. And not only that, broke complete contact with him when Epstein was accused of misconduct at one of his hotels. Nothing points to Donald Trump as being a person who wants to sleep with 14-year-old girls at any point throughout any of these interviews. But that's not what the clickbait narrative is going to be, right? Trump spokesperson did not immediately reply to a request for comment about whether or not Trump once called Epstein a terrific guy, has any recollection of meeting Jane. Following Epstein's 2019 arrest, Trump told reporters that he was not a fan of him. Another woman, Virginia, I can't say that, we're going to say Virginia, who isn't part of the case, said in a civil lawsuit that Maxwell trafficked her to Prince Andrew when she was 17. He denied the allegations. Under questioning by Menninger, Jane recalled being on one of Epstein's private plane flights with Prince Andrew. Epstein's long-term pilot, Larry Vizosky, testified Tuesday that he remembers meeting Jane on one of those flights, but that he didn't know she was a minor. Bro, you know a girl is 14. Get out of here. Come on. The flights became the focus of intense media scrutiny after they discovered that Andrew and other bold-faced names like former President Bill Clinton and Trump lawyer Alan Dershowitz took trips on his planes. There are no allegations of trafficking against Clinton or Dershowitz. So this is going to be the narrative. We should have seen it coming. Look, there is going to be a boatload of information coming out of this trial. We're not going to hear any of it except for these little narratives, right? Look at that. Jane revealed that she crossed paths with Trump a day after she testified in graphic detail that Maxwell trained her how to massage and sexually satisfy Epstein. Right? Oh, she crossed paths with Trump. What does that even mean? Hi, how are you doing? Nice hotel. Help me. What does that mean? It's frustrating. Now, look, I'm not like saying that Trump's the greatest guy out there and that he's been a model citizen his whole life. But let's be honest. If you think that Trump was out there banging 14-year-old girls in the 90s, you have got to be kidding me. He was banging models, sure. I don't think he was sex trafficking girls. There's not a single instance where someone has accused him of doing that. But they're going to tie him to Epstein, and Epstein did it, so guilty by association on this account. Do I think that other people there did? Absolutely. Look at this. This is what she says here. Menninger then produced a thank you note to Epstein that included the line, "You rock my world," and asked Jane whether she wrote it. She said, "Yeah, I wrote that." Jane, under questioning by prosecutor Allison Moe, said that her family was strapped for cash and Epstein paid some of their bills. She said she regrets taking the money. Burying her face in her hands and bursting into tears, Jane said that she was seeking closure and that she had no financial stake in the outcome of the trial. Hopefully this just puts an end to all of this and I can move on with my life. This is like, what, 25 years ago? It's a long time ago, man. To have closure now. You know, she told her mom the money was not free. Bro, they did despicable things to me. I don't even want to talk about them, she said in cross-examination. Well, that's why you're there. I just think it's crazy that we're going to see so much clickbait. They're going to take snippets, put it together to a point where they're going to make you fill in the blanks and come up with your own narrative. The narrative is going to be Epstein, new Trump, 14-year-old girl. That's what this does. That's why people don't trust the media. Because it's very simple. Our brain, we look at this, we can scroll through this real quick. Our brain fills in the gaps. The gaps are headline, Epstein, headline, Trump, headline, 14-year-old girl. Our brain says Epstein gave Trump 14-year-old girls. But that's not really what happened. It's not the reality of what happened. So I implore people to do their own research. Pay attention. This case should be the utmost highest priority. People go missing every day. Girls are sold into sex trafficking every day. This woman had a lot to do with a lot of them. A lot of high-profile people were involved. The rug, with the dirt being swept under it, is epically growing in size. It's a mountain. We now have to walk around the rug. That's how much dirt they're sweeping under this rug. It's frustrating. Let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, pick up some merch, get you some of them t-shirts down in the link below, and I'll see you on the next one.